There, but we've got Jake from Cincinnati on the green Zoro, and we've got Will from San Francisco with the red and black Sabo leader.
And if you've not seen this red and black Sabo leader yet, it's actually a really cool card. It is a 5 health dual color leader being red and black, but it has a effect that says if you ever have 4 or more life cards, it gets minus 1,000 power, meaning it's a 4K leader until you have 3 life. And then Dawn X1, if you have a character with a cost of 8 or more, your leader and all your characters get power plus 1,000. So this is another deck that kind of messes with power, a big theme of the Carrying On His Will set. And we're starting off strong here, going second here, playing the Koala to get some searching for some Rev Army cards.
Yeah, and we end up getting the HQ, another fantastic card. It just says discard 1, look top 3 for a Revolution Army. And when the majority of your deck's there, just being able to get that consistent search every turn is huge.
I mean, if Germa is a really good stage, Army HQ has to be a really good stage too.
Yes. And we do have some opportunities to play cards from trash as well. So keeping cards in there, having an easy way to get cards in there, great as well. And one of them is this 8-drop dragon we just got off the HQ.
This is a really sweet card from OP12. I can't wait to see it show up and show out. We're going to need a bit more cards in trash, though, before it can get a lot of value.
Yeah, but we've got, 2 Revolution Army cards. We need, one more for the effect, and then kind of a fourth card that we'd want to revive from it. But
exactly.
Honestly, I think probably ideal start from Sabo here.
Yeah, and something I love about the Sabo deck, hopefully we get to see it kind of, is you play as many Sabos as possible. Like, you're going to see there's so many different Sabos in this deck, and they're all pretty fun. But here we see the Zoro playing down the Perona, going to go get some slash-type cards. I'm not quite sure which one that was. I think the glare was hiding it from me.
Yeah, it was an alt-art glare. It might have been Shanks.
Oh, the new 10-drop Shanks, question mark? Or
it might have been
film
it
one?
might have been the new 10-drop. I think it's the new 10-drop. I think both are film.
The one from the starter deck.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's the new one from OP13 was what it was.
Copy.
We're going to play Koshiro. We're going to pass back, going to be able to defend or protect our 5 cost or less slash characters. And Sabo's on 4 Dawn.
Definitely just want to spend these first few turns as Will, building that trash, building your hand so that we can go like 6-drop, 8-drop, 8-drop. 10-drop,
Yeah.
There could be a world where we're playing like some really cool removal tools like Stussy. There could be a world where we're playing like Goldie Roger, because we are a red deck, and Goldie Roger in this format is pretty good, specifically against the Emu decks, because they love going on low life and just using their blockers to survive. Slash, if they put you on low life and they need their blockers, you can kind of win the game that way too.
Yeah, and here's that 6-drop blocker, so being able to play that next turn is going to be pretty huge. Essentially, it enables our leader effect all by itself. We're going to play out the hack here. We won't be able to attack with leader because we are still a 4K right now, since we have 4 or more life, and I think we're going to pass it back to Jake.
But on the next turn, we're going to be able to really start getting the value out of this, because now we can start throwing Dawn on the Sabo to go ahead and just make everybody stronger, because that hack is already an 8-cost card.
Yeah, the other nice thing about this hack is that if your opponent has Revolution Army type as their type, you can KO one of your opponent's characters with base cost of 4 or less. So this can get rid of the Koshiro if you decide what to block with it, or if they end up using Toshigi to rest it, so you can't, they have to attack into it. But looks like for 5, it is going to be the Cavendish, kind of the backup 5 cost.
That might have been the card that we had showcased from the Perona there.
And
then we have 7K coming down here.
Yeah, we don't have the 3 Dawn, so this is going to be the only attack from the Zoro here. And yeah, I think getting the block here makes sense. We're going to be able to get rid of the Koshiro as well.
Especially
likely going to be the end for Jake.
Yeah, maybe Jake could have sequenced that a bit better to maybe not use our Dawn before we swung, but you really wanted to get the value out of Cavendish, and so you kind of showed your hand there of well, I'm not doing anything else this turn, so now Will can just safely get rid of that blocker, safely get rid of that protection, and maybe now we can get rid of the Cavendish on our turn with some powerful removal tools.
Yeah, so we do have some options for that. We'll see what Will ends up using. We're going to discard the Betty here to, again, look top 3. So discarding a Searcher for a search, that's not too bad.
Although being on 6
on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if we're not playing something like one of the 6-drop Sabos that we already have in turn, what else are we looking for? It looks like that's another dragon. That's pretty good. We have plenty of cool targets in the trash already.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to play the 6 here, and it's going to be the new Secret Rare Sabo. Again, this really just ties the whole deck together, and it's what you really kind of
Hmm.
need to see on curve here. So, real quick, I'll read it out. It has blocker, and then activate main once per turn. Up to one of your characters gets +2 cost until the end of your opponent's next turn. Then give up one of your rested Dawn to your leader. So he becomes a blocker. He has 8 costs, and he gives a Dawn to your leader. So the leader sees that it's, there's an 8 cost out there. You get the Dawn attached to it. So currently it's a 5K because you're 4 life leader, but it was attacking for 6K.
Yep, and it's still currently 5K during Jake's turn. But if we take one more damage and going to 3 life, it'll now become a 6K leader.
Yeah, and the other thing is that it affects all of your characters too. So this blocker Sabo is an 8K right now. So being able to potentially block, this is good. The fact that it's a 6 cost means that Zoro doesn't have a lot of immediate ways to interact with this because I think if we had Tashigi last turn, we probably would have played it, right?
Yeah, I would say so too. There's probably a world where that's more valuable than a Cavendish on curve against a deck like Sabo, where you want your attacks to be big, not necessarily wide.
Yeah, but we're going to use another Perona here. If this finds a Trafalgar Law, there could be some great value. Oh, there is a Tashigi. So another interaction real quick. Tashigi rests something with a base cost of 6 or less. So even though Sabo is an 8 cost right now, because it's base cost of 6, you can rest it with the Tashigi.
Yeah, all this cost increase is more for activating your cards rather than stopping a lot of your opponent's cards, because a lot of cards in this format say base cost, which matters.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gone are the days of Rob Lucci where your current cost is the real target.
So there we see the Cavendish coming down. I'm going to go get a refund on some of the Dawn that we were spending this turn on top of the refund we got from Tashigi being able to attach to our leader. That's pretty threatening here.
Yeah, so we're gonna actually 2K out of this one. There's gonna be so much Dawn we can attach to this Zoro here, and yeah, we're just gonna put all of it. This Zoro is currently at 11K. Yeah, just get rid of the Sabo, activate main, attack again, and yeah, likely gonna be one more here. So a lot of pressure there.
But this does get rid of the hindrance that is Sabo's, texted effect. We are now essentially a 5K leader. And we can become 6K pretty much whenever we have big cards to play. But unfortunately, we're going to 8, and normally you want to actually play like an 8-drop dragon or something on curve here, and then like revive back our Sabos, which will be pretty fun to see. We'll try to go for here, but I'm curious to see if there's anything else. There we see the other Sabo being added. Yet another
Yep, from
blocker.
PRBO2. Yeah,
Yep.
blocker 2K. Not too terrible of a card for us, but I think if we're at 8 Dawn, we're hopefully going to play one of these dragons.
Yeah, because we have plenty of Rev Army cards to put back, and then we have plenty of 6 cost or less characters in our trash that we want to revive back. Yep,
Yeah,
there
so
it
we are
is,
going to
the
play it.
8-drop dragon.
Yep. So we put 3 Revolution Army type cards to the bottom of our deck, and then we are able to play a Revolution Army card with a cost of 6 or less, which, our opponent was so kind to put that Sabo into the trash, so we're just going to play it right back out.
Oh, yes, he is back once again. Now, this will be able to give the Dawn to our leader, increase all of our guys and ourselves. We're not going to swinging for 7 here with this 1 Dawn attached. You always love seeing it. Attaching 1 Dawn, swinging for 7. Classic one-piece card game.
Yeah, and we're going to attack at leader, or sorry, at Cavendish.
Mm-hmm.
Ask for 2K. I think it might have been better to attack the leader because you know that they're going to defend that Sabo or that Cavendish no matter what. But we're going to pass it back to Jake.
Depends on like if you want to eat cards out of their hand or not, I guess. I think Will's just prioritizing like, I just want to get cards out of your hand. I don't care about dealing you life damage yet.
For sure. And one thing too is that, I would say most of the time, like, yeah, Tashigi on curve is kind of the better. But in this matchup, it's looking like Cavendish has been doing a lot of work. It's been getting a lot of Dawn back. It's been hard to remove. And, the first Tashigi rest would have been just the hack, which didn't get that much value otherwise. So, it's been getting a lot of value. And we're going to play another Tashigi here and get another rest for the Sabo.
Oh my goodness. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Just do the same thing we did last turn. It worked out really well.
Yeah, so one big difference about this turn, though, is that we do have another 8 cost with the dragon. So even if the Sabo gets removed, we will be able to retain our 6K leader. But, there's going to be so much pressure coming down from Zoro, I think, this turn.
And so many resources, too. We still have access to this Cavendish and 4 Dawn active in the back. That's going to be really hard for us to respond to. We are just going to take this life here as well, add to our cards in hand.
Yep. We've got 4 Dawn open. The one of the Tashigis can attack right now too, and Yeah, it looks like we're gonna go what looks like 9K into our, I'm gonna assume, yeah, 8K Sabo blocker right now.
This will demand a 2K at least, but we will be able to attack again, and I think that's all that Jake cares about. Also, we are threatening Luffy will be King of the Pirates event to just attack again with our leader, and having two 9K swings at a leader that's base 7 is still pretty good.
Yeah, so we're gonna do the 2K there. I wouldn't actually even be that surprised if we just attack into leader for the rest of it. 6K is a lot harder to defend than an 8K, and Sabo's only at 2 life left.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
We
so
do
you are
see
going to play
the
Luffy's the King
Luffy.
of the Pirate here, so going to be able to restand the leader. Going to go for a 9K into. It can go to anywhere, but I'm going to guess into. Oh, it's going to be into the Sabo character again.
Okay. I mean, I respect that. Just trying to get rid of whatever threats could be on your turn because Jake does not have the most cards in hand to stop big AK swingers if we go for it. But the Tashigi will go in for 7, and that will be going into life. It will connect, and Will is now at 1.
Yep, and then one more. We're going to activate our activate main, going down to 0. This is scary business now for Will.
Last time we saw Zoro facing down someone with 0 life, it went very well for the Zoro player. So will that follow suit in this game as Will goes to 10 Dawn?
Yeah, so I think this is going to be a little bit tough for Will. We will potentially have a good amount of blockers, but we're not necessarily, Zoro's does not mind about all these blockers on the board, and looks like we're just going to find a 2K hack off the top with the stage.
So if you're Will, yeah, you're thinking to yourself, how can I limit the amount of big attacks that come through on the next turn? Because our hand is so gigantic, and our ability to increase our leader's power can maybe deal with any of the tiny attacks. Those Tashigis being 7K, we'll just ignore for now, I guess, because we can't really answer them the best this turn. But we're probably just going to attack the characters as much as possible, eat up the hand as much as we can, clear the board of as many non-leader based attacks. But unfortunately, that's something Zoro loves because if you're attacking my characters with yours, that means you have a rested character, meaning I get value out of attacking multiple times. So it's going to be really interesting to see how Will can deal with all this pressure.
Yeah, if we're able to 8-drop Garp into another Sabo blocker, that'd be, I think, pretty ideal, but I'm not sure if we have that available to us.
We definitely don't have another
And it looks
blocker.
like,
We have the other 6-drop Sabo in the trash. But we're going to be playing Mars.
oh,
Okay. This is pretty cool here. Going to go ahead and try to just remove that Cavendish, I guess. Or I guess the Tashigi, whichever one we're more afraid of.
yeah, in case you guys don't know, Mars doesn't have any thing linking it to having a celestial dragon leader or anything. So being able to just get rid of a card for discarding one is actually pretty nice, and still being a blocker.
Yeah, I actually really like that tech right here. And we had more than enough cards in trash, too, to turn on that blocker part of the ability, which is awesome. And now we have 9K from this dragon coming in thanks to our leader ability. We're stopping it. That means it was definitely going into Tashigi, if I had to guess, with that 3K counter being used.
I think it was 4K, and the dragon's a 10K because it does get boofed by the leader. So
I believe Dragon is 8K base, and I was saying it's 9K because of the booster from the ability. I could be incorrect in my math there, but
maybe I'm just so used to 8-drop 9K bodies that
the red dragon, that guy, he's gigantic.
Right,
yes.
Right. All right, so we do get rid of the Cavendish with the leader attack.
That was representing a lot more Dawn that we could throw into characters and make their attacks bigger. So definitely a bit of a threat there.
And we've got 4 Dawn active.
2 blockers is definitely the number you want to have, but there's so many ways. It could be a Dead Man's Game. It could be a surprise Hody Jones. It could be another Tashigi. So many ways to rest down these blockers here.
Yeah, and if you're playing Sabo, there are the potential for a lot of defensive events. We do have like the Blackbeard Pirates one. We do have the one within the archetype, which is a 1 cost plus 4K, as long as you have an 8 cost or more on the board, which we have 2. So it's definitely there's a chance we'll be able to survive and get another turn after this.
Oh my god, I just had a thought. Do you think this is a Black Vortex Gambit? No way, right? No way.
That would be
way. Are we trying to like gotcha them with Black Vortex? That'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah, in case you guys don't know what it does, so Black Vortex is a counter negate the effects of up to one of your opponent's leaders or characters and give that card minus 4k power for this turn. So not only can it use it to get out of an attack, but you can turn off the ability from Zoro from being able to restand with its activate main. So being able to get out of 2 attacks essentially for 2 Dawn against Zoro is huge.
Especially if they start with like a character attack. Like, who cares if you like counter out of that character attack? Let the guy get KO'd. I'm just going to stop you from standing up. Congrats on wasting all your Dawn for that turn.
Now, it does have to choose the same thing for both. So that means giving something minus 4k and negating its effect. So you can't give the Tashigi the minus 4k and negate the
That's
Zoro
right.
effect. But,
That's right. I
we
was
will
more
be able
saying
to
like, even if like 4K is not enough to stop that attack from being successful, like who cares? Like, it's just enough to stop it from standing up.
correct. It looks like we've got what looks like 6 Dawn in hand to attach to Zoro here.
That's still a lot.
All right.
Oh, that's 2 Dawn.
Oh, they do
Okay.
got it. Yeah, it's the Black Vortex.
I respect
so,
this. Okay.
This is going to be -2, so it's going to be 6 to. They must have been attacking into Dragon, actually.
Oh, and do you think it was enough to stop the attack too? Oh, that's crazy. That's so much value out of a Black Vortex. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because this was an 11k attack, and Sabo leader's only 6k. So if it was into Dragon, yeah, that's like extreme max value.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Sabo feels about borrowing from, Blackbeard's power there, but if it gets the job done, it gets the job done.
100%. So right now, Zoro has 6 Dawn attached, but it's minus 4k, so it's a 7k power. You can spend the 3 to, Luffy will be king of the pirates to attack for 7k once more, but when there's an 8k blocker on the other side, don't really think it's worth it anymore.
And we're just going to pass as Jake and Will has bought themselves another turn. Black Vortex is not a card you've often seen teched in a lot of decks, but if you're playing the black color, it can just be thrown in. And against a deck like Zoro that commits all their Dawn because they want to use their powerful leader ability, you can just say like, nice try.
Yeah, so let's see what they can do with this extra turn. It's going to be tough to win because Zoro still is at that 4 life here. And the other thing is that, half the cards in our board are blockers that we're going to have to hope that they stay as blockers. So there's a chance that Koala starts attacking here just to get a little bit of pressure on the leader. But we'll see what we do with this 10 Dawn here.
Yeah, Sabo does give a power boost to everybody, so that Koala is a little easier to attack with. I definitely would love to see Will maybe establish like another blocker or 2 this turn, so we can like get some like little pokes in with like our dragon and our leader and the Koala, and then just play blockers after that. But there we see the Monkey D Garp. Sabo is once again borrowing Ace's power to go ahead and get some extra searches here of 3 cost or more cards.
Yeah, the fact that, all 3 of the brothers are red leaders means that we can get this one singular card to support all 3 of them. Really cool theming for this set.
Okay, well, there's the Sabo. Another that is the kind of thing we're hoping for Will. More big blockers.
Yeah, and we'll see what they end up doing, because if we have another Monkey D Dragon here, we could potentially have done like the cycle to get that around, but we're just going to play Sabo again for 6. We can use both of their abilities, I'm assuming themselves, so you get the +2 Dawn here, and we got a lot of momentum all of a sudden.
And Will's just going to be targeting down this Tashigi. We've seen that they are prioritizing getting rid of attacks as much as possible, eating up the hand as much as possible. So you have that Tashigi's out of here. And now if you're Jake, that Black Vortex probably sent you for a whirlwind. You're like, do I have to always play around that stupid card now if you have 2 Dawn active for the rest of the game? You might have to.
Yeah, so that was a big 8 into there. We're going to discard a Rush Dragon from our hand. Look top 3 for another Revolution Army card. It's going to be another 2k hack. We've got 3 blockers up here, and we'll have to see if Zoro is going to be able to find the way to end this game.
I mean, 2 turns with 0 life against Zoro was not on my bingo card today, but it is interesting to see. And well, now that Will has shown off some of the techs in their deck, it might not be a guaranteed thing either. Obviously, stuff like Dead Man's Game can answer 2 of these blockers, and then the Zoro leader ability could, in theory, answer another one. And so we could still represent a ton of damage that can go for game here. But I mean, is it going to be back-to-back Black Vortex? That would be so crazy.
Seeing 3 Dawn open is intimidating as well, right? So We're gonna have to really try to sequence this turn correctly. But yeah, 3 blockers up is very, very scary, especially because they can turn into attackers next turn to close it out.
Right. And then that game plan that Will's been doing of starving the hand finally works out because almost all of these blockers are swinging for 7K plus.
All right, we're just going a simple 9 here. This could be blocker Black Vortex. All right, it's another
It's just Black
Vortex.
Vortex. Oh my
That
goodness.
is absurd. So since we are a base 6K leader right now, we do just get to use 1 Black Vortex to get out of it, and Jake's kind of in trouble now.
I mean, because are there any rush attackers that Zoro is known for playing? I don't think so. We
I mean,
could.
even if we have Hody, right? Like that doesn't do anything. We don't get the activate main. Luffy will be king of the pirates, which just mean we're attacking with a 5K. It's not looking great.
Yeah, because the power reduction is for the entire turn from Black Vortex. We're just gonna be playing blockers. We're walling up as Jake. They're like, you know what? If it works for you to play blockers, I guess I can do the same thing. There we see the Kuina, who's not really gonna get any value, but it is
No.
it is a body, which is good for the program.
Yeah, and so we've got 3 life, 1 blocker up. We don't have a lot of ways to interact with blockers in this deck, except for, I guess, if we have another Mars teched in that can just get rid of it very easily. But we'll see if Will tries to go for game and the route they take to get there.
We did see them discard the red 8-drop dragon that does have rush last turn, which could mean they have another one. We are going to drop the koala here to dig for some more Rev Army cards. We see a Stussy, we see an HQ, and we see another koala. Not the best thing we could have gone, but we do have some other ways to search with the HQ and whatnot.
Were
there no targets, I guess, because koala cannot add the HQ, I guess.
Yeah, but I think can you not get the HQ? I think you can.
I'm pretty sure you can get the HQ. I could be incorrect, but I don't see a reason why you wouldn't be able to.
I just know you can't get the koala. So
yeah, exactly. Obviously, you can't get the koala.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're just gonna use the Dawn of the Leader, make himself 7, and then everybody else gets +1 if they're. And then we have 9 Dawn left over. Let's see, we could do 9, 9, 9, 11, 11, I think, pretty confidently.
Yeah, so only 3 cards in hand. Zoro doesn't normally have that much defenses in hand too. So
in terms of counter, yeah.
Yeah. So not like a immediate best way. I think the only thing is that it might have been worth it to be able to attack with that 1-drop koala later in the game.
No, I believe it was Garp. The Garp that they got rid of.
Sorry. The A1-drop.
Same thing. A little baby card. Yeah, that could have gotten in there. Oh, this is a tough. This is one of those going for game puzzles that people love in One Piece. Of like, there's probably a number or a Dawn allocation that does win you the game here, but you gotta get it just right.
Yeah, and we've got time, right? This is pretty clearly at this point, this is going to be the last turn of the game. Either Will's able to take it or will likely concede to, the power of Zoro on the other side. So making sure our numbers are correct. And we're going to start with a big 9K off of our SABO leader.
Is it just going to be 5 9s, you think, then? Because that's kind of what this has to be then.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit like that.
Whoa.
Oh, we're going 10. This is a big number.
This is actually 11, I think.
You're right. Yep, 11.
Man, these are okay. I respect it. But this does make it. I guess we're just banking on them not getting any big counters out of the life. We're counting our trash.
Oh, we're actually okay. We're not going to go for game.
We're just going to play a 3-drop blocker because we have more than enough cards in the trash to reduce its cost, and we're representing 2 Dawn active again. There's no way we're going to have a 3rd Black Vortex, right? No way.
Yeah, that'd be. I mean, I don't know. The first one was bad. The second one felt really bad. The third one might be the game. So we'll see if what Jake ends up doing. The Kuino that we played last turn though is going to be pretty scary. It means that we can essentially play like Dead Man's Game for quote unquote free. But with 4 blockers and a 6K leader with 2 cards in hand, it's going to be again pretty tricky to get through this wall that Sabo's made.
Yeah, because like. But the scary thing is we did give Jake like 3 extra draws essentially, and so Dead Man's Game could be right around the corner. But if you use Dead Man's Game, that's a lot of your Dawn allocation. You have to put at least 3 more on your leader, and you get Black Vortex. Okay, here we go. That's a Dead Man's Game. They're going to be getting rid of some of the Dawn as well as one of the blockers. That's still because it's 3 blockers, though.
Yeah, but the Kuna here being able to refund this 3 Dawn is going to be huge. And I think we're going to get some 14k attacks. Or if we've got, Luffy will be king of the pirates, some really good interaction here.
Ooh, this is going to be a really tough end game here for both players.
Yeah, so I think it was pretty heads up to say, you know what, I think Black Vortex will be pretty tough for me. I'm going to rest 1 Dawn and 1 copy of the blocker. If you were feeling like they didn't have a 3rd one, you could definitely just rest 2 blockers as well and just hope they don't. But this middle of the road can be the difference between victory and defeat.
And I can't believe I didn't even have the pseudo 3-cost blocker SABO on my radar. But yeah, we had a ton of cards in trash. And so this could also be like a pretty big play for Will to like keep them alive this turn.
Yeah, so this is going to be an 8 to a 6k leader right here. We're going to block with the Mars and just get out of it. So they're going to, for 3, play the Luffy will be king of the pirates. Oh, are we doing 4 8k attacks this turn?
Do we have another Luffy? That'd be crazy. The power of the event cards in this match, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, okay. We're going to get the effect there. We're going to block there. 2 blockers down.
This is the moment where commentary is really hard because like I'm in suspense so hard. There is another Luffy. Okay.
All right, we know that they're probably holding on to 1. These Black Vortexes were pretty nasty earlier. This is going to be an 8 into a 6k leader right now. And
do we have a 2k and a 1k?
Yeah, we need 2k, 1k, or we will just lose here because we still have the activate main from leader from Zoro.
I really respect this play from Jake here. It's got to be 2 specific cards, or maybe a 1-cost event that I'm not thinking of. Maybe the Rev Army one with I think it's called like hair removal fist or something. That could be pretty big, but if we had it, we'd slam it down by now because it would win us the game.
Yeah, and thinking of these 2 cards again, this is an 8k into a 6k leader. We've got an 8k blocker, and we're just going to block and let it go. Using the leader effects from Zoro, 1 more attack to try to go for game here, and got the double 2ks off the hacks that we saw earlier, and I think Will's gonna have a real good chance to win on this crackback.
Yep, we got 3 attacks, all of which can be gigantic versus a 3-card hand from Jake. Only 1 blocker to deal with. This could be lining up perfect. It might come down to every single card Will has used in this game, but it's exactly how he drew it up.
Yeah, so best case for Zoro is that we've got a 3 2Ks, so that means an 11k out. But 8-drop dragon, that's so good here.
This is a very old card here, but it's an 8-drop with 9k rush, and when it's played, it gives 2 Dawn to anybody. It's a Mega Brook.
You now have tapped Dawn that you can give with SABO, so you got a 9k attack from both these Garps. You've got a 9k leader, you got a 10k from the rush one you just played. This is going to be pretty tough to get out of.
All right, so 9k with the first dragon connects. We're now going to swing 9k with the leader.
10k with another dragon. And Will ends up taking it, getting a full sweep from San Francisco, going 3-0 against Cincinnati.
Wow, that is beautiful to see. What a way to earn your spot in the finals. Y'all must be feeling good. The first match in OP13, y'all faced the 3 boogeymen, Ace, Zoro, and Emu, and y'all all came out on top. That is